Yes, viewers, how are you out there? How are you wherever you are who are watching all over the world? We thank you for watching and following us. I remain Kanonya Edward, as usual, taking you through mathematics. Last time, we had begun on a new topic about sets. If you know you are in P5, P6, P7, run, come along and study with us. In this session, we are here to study mathematics because mathematics is one of the key to success. If you want to become a great scientist, please come in mathematics lesson and you study. Last week, we began on sets, and I remember we said a set is a collection of well-defined objects, where we saw so many categories of sets. Under that, we looked at equal sets. We looked at equal sets, and we also looked at the number of elements. Number of elements in a set, whereby we saw how to count and list the number of elements in a set. Today, we are going to look at something very common, examinable, almost it appears in every paper of mathematics at primary level, in levels of P5, P6, and P7. That is none other than subsets. Can you repeat after me? Subsets. That word, subsets, almost it appears in all papers of mathematics. So, but a question can come, what are subsets? When I talk about subsets, what comes into your mind? When somebody mentions about subset, or when you are walking to the market and accidentally you overhear some people talking about subsets, what comes into your brain? Subset, is it a type of fish? Is it a type of food? Do we eat subsets? Is it an animal? Is it going to, does it eat people? No. Subset. Today we are going to understand fully what subsets mean. The word subsets comprises of two words, sub and sets. We saw that a set is a collection of well-defined objects, whereby we saw examples of sets with well-defined objects. Today, we are going to begin some of these types. A subset is a type of set, but what is a subset basically? Subset comes from two words. Sub means small. Are we together? Meaning, subset is any set that can be got from another set. In other words, a subset is a small set obtained from a mother set. What do I mean? Take an example. In your home, you have chairs, you have TVs, you have mattress, you have saucepans, you have cups, you have cupboards, you have very many things in your house. All those things are what we call elements or members. But if I say, now group them, or group for me all the things we find in your house, you can put chairs together, you can put beds together, you can put cups together, you can put no, I didn't say bed bugs. You who is saying bed bugs? We don't talk about bed bugs because you will cause problems. Some of you, if you talk about bed bugs, you will bring problems. You can group spoonsy, forksy together, and you form small sets. Those small sets that we group are called subsets. Or in your family. Some of you have got a family of 7 members, 7 family members. Or some people have a set of, you have sisters, brothers, aunties, grannies. If you were to group them and form them into small sets, we can call them subsets. So in other words, let us look at subsets. We look at subsets. And what are subsets? If at all that question comes to you, I know you need to understand it fully. What do we mean by the word subset? Or what is a subset? Like I have told you, a subset is any set formed from a given set. You can think of very many definitions as long as you talk about any set which is formed from a given set or from a mother set. All from a superset, all formed from a universal set, all formed from, as long as you are talking about a smaller set, your answer can be correct. So mine can be in simpler terms. We can say a subset is any set, formed from a given set. In simpler terms, formed from a given set. However, you can think about very many definitions, because when we are talking about subsets, we need to note some things, some points to note about subsets. How do they behave? How do we treat subsets? When we are talking about subsets, we need some points to note. Points to note about subsets. Remember, if you are in P5, this work is important. If you are in P6, this work is important. And if you are in P5, I talked about P5, P6, and P7. Still, this work is very important. So, sometimes we talk about subsets, but we need to know the symbol. The symbol for subset, the symbol for subset is, we use this symbol. It is not C, it is like that with a bar. It is not letter C. It is not letter C. It is a long C. You can write it in the air. Let's go. With your hand. Good. With a dash. All together. That is a symbol for subset. So, when you are listing or when you are talking about subsets, you need to know that even an empty set is a subset of every set. An empty set is a subset of every subset. So if you talk about subsets and you don't talk about an empty set, then you don't know what you are doing. You probably need some help. So we can say an empty set, an empty set, an empty set, an empty set is a subset. An empty set is a subset of every set. An empty set is a subset of every set. In every set which is given, there must be an empty set. Altogether, in every set that is given, there must be an empty set. And we can say that any given set is a subset of itself. Any given set is a subset of itself. Are we together? So we are going to see what it means. Any given set is a subset of itself. So let us begin by listing the subsets, from the given set, listing the subsets from the given set. We are going to list the subsets from the given set. So what do we consider if you were to list the subsets? To list the subset, actually you have to begin with an empty set, and then end with the set itself. Okay? To list the subset, comma, begin with, these are some of the guidelines which are going to help you. Begin with the empty set. And end with the set itself. Okay? And end with the set itself. So let's see some worked examples about this, because mathematics is full of examples, and as we are going to see, mathematics is full of examples because they normally set answers. So number one can be list down the, I don't know why they say list down and not list up. Why do you think they say list down and not list up? So list down the subsets of this is set A. We can begin with that, of set A. So they have given you set A, as you can see. List down the subsets of set. This set has got members and it has one member. That member is A. A is a member. So A is a member in this set, what we call the universal set. The given set has set A as a member. that is the universal set, or the mother set, or the superset. Altogether, the given set. Now, the guidelines say to list the subsets begin with, we said begin with the empty set. Begin with